All right, so welcome to the Eurozone on the ALmedia channel, where we'll be looking at the Europa League games that happened in the semi-final stage, where it's Atalanta and then Leverkusen, who are still cruising because they've gone on a 49 unbeaten run since the start of the season, and that is unprecedented. So these two teams will be meeting in Dublin in Ireland for the grand finale of the Europa League. But then also in the Conference League, Aston Villa got booted out after they exited at the hands of Olympiacos. 6-2, they exited on aggregate and also advancing at the expense of Fiorentina. I have here with me Force, who will be helping me analyze. Force, let's begin with Leverkusen. What a season they are having, and they could end up winning more trophies in one season than in their 99-year history.
They are likely to win the treble, right? And I can confidently say that Bayer Leverkusen in the next 50 or 100 years are never going to achieve what they are achieving this season.
Wow.
Because what they are doing this season is out of the blue, is out of anything ordinarily. And the footballing gods are with them, because the amount of times, the number of times they have been able to get a draw or to win at the depth of the game is incredibly unsurmountable. And you see, it boils down to the belief, it boils down to the tenacity that they've got, that no matter what happens, and you see, we've spoken countless times about Bayer Leverkusen. Until it is over, it is not over. The mentality that Xavi Alonso has been able to build into these guys is driving them on. And I can tell you for a fact that, as I did predict a couple of weeks ago, it's going to take a hell of a lot for Atalanta to be able to win the Europa League ahead of Bayer Leverkusen. Because it is for Bayer Leverkusen to lose. And what they are doing, if they follow the same trajectory, then the Europa League is going to be theirs.
All right, but then talking about Atalanta, they also stayed at home in Bergamo, and they won 3-0 against Marseille. You saw that coming, didn't you?
Yes, I did predict that Atalanta was going to qualify, because if you look at the kind of football that they are playing, domestically they are not doing that well. But when it comes to Europe, you know, it's been fantastic. I mean, for them to beat Olympique Marseille home and away, so lays credence to the fact that they're having a fantastic and a wonderful season in Europe compared to what they are doing domestically. But at the end of the day, they are coming to face the might of Bayer Leverkusen, whom this season, 49 matches unbeaten. In the history of European football, only Benfica was able to do 48, and now they have done 49.
Extended it.
So they now have the outright dominance when it comes to Europe, when it comes to the records, and the history books are going to judge them favorably. So to me, per what they are doing and the mentality that they've been able to build for themselves over this season, I think it's going to be nigh impossible for them to not win the Europa League.
Finally, Aston Villa, they got booted out. It was Olympiacos, and one man scored 5 goals in both legs.
Yeah.
It's been an awful competition for them.
It's a match that I really got wrong. You understand? Because if you look at the form of Aston Villa in Europe this season, and the fact that they were able to lose 6-2 on aggregate, do not justify the kind of season they are having this season. I get the point. So I'm not going to say it's a lack of experience when it comes to Europe, because they have a manager who has seen it all in the Champions League. They have a manager who has managed Arsenal. They have a manager who has managed PSG. So the European exposure is there. But individually, when it comes to the collectibles, when it comes to the players, they don't have that experience. So I might say that it is the reason for which they had a shambolic summer. Because prior to the semi-finals, they've been great along the way. But it just shows that Olympiacos has predominantly been in the Champions League, right? I mean, they are the Greek champions most of the time. So they just showed Aston Villa that, yeah, you are from England, but when it comes to European stage, you have got that exposure, you have got that experience, and they did show, they did indicate on the day that they are a Champions League team, not a Europa Conference League team.
All right, so it's all set for both finales in the Europa League. It's going to be a tight one, because Bundesliga side Bayer Leverkusen are going to face Atalanta in Dublin. But then also in a lower tier, or a tier below, that's a Conference League, you would have Fiorentina also facing Olympiacos. So it's Serie A against the Greek team, and which promises to be very, very exciting. This is where we draw the curtains on Eurozone on the ALmedia channel. Don't forget to subscribe. But then also, which teams do you think will be winning? Already Real Madrid facing Borussia Dortmund, and the other teams as well. Bye.